批判时事，解读新闻，明目张胆。张修杰开讲。各位观众，晚上好。2024美国总统大选到现在已经马上就要投票了。我们除了关心两党的总统候选人谁胜谁负之外，其实有关国会选举也是大家关注的话题。特别生活在我们加州，加州的国会议员选举，哪一位候选人当选之后，可以替我们选民在国会发声，为我们的族裔能够争取到更多的利益，让我们在美国更加能够融入主流社会，这是也是大家经常议论的话题。那么今天呢，非常有幸给大家请来一位特别的嘉宾，是我们加州第45区的国会众议员的候选人朴银珠 Michelle， 来跟大家聊聊相关的话题。欢迎 Michelle。
Thank you very much for inviting me today, and this is really intense but most exciting campaign that I've been going through, and you know what? We're gonna win. The bottom line is.
先请Michelle介绍一下你的选区的现在的竞选的状况，以及你本人这次参选，现在目前面临的局面是怎么样？
So my district is 45th congressional district, and 3 cities from LA and 12 cities in Orange County. In LA, I have Cerritos, a lot of Asian Americans, and we have Hawaiian Garden and Artesia. And then go down to south, we have half Fullerton, and then Brea, Placentia, Fountain Valley, Westminster, and Buena Park, Garden Grove, and La Palma. If I miss anything, I think they're gonna get very upset. And Cypress and those Alamitos and Rossmore, those cities. So north and kind of like a little bit of west, but not on the beach cities in Orange County.
所以你的选区当中应该有很多亚裔的选民，在比例是多少？
Breakdowns are we have 39% Asian Americans and out of 39%, and then plus we have 31% Hispanics. So it's a very diverse district, and the biggest out of the Asian communities, we have total 16.7% from total constituents are actually Vietnamese Americans, and we have of course Taiwanese Americans, and we have Filipino, Korean Americans, and then we have Hindi. Actually, they're asking for Indian Americans are asking Hindi ballots, and you know, you name it, Japanese, and how about Jewish people? So we send out actually a lot of different kind of flyers and different languages.
我们来关心一下我们的华裔的选民。过去华裔选民在历届的大选当中，投票率一直不高，但是这2届一直在提高。你觉得今年华裔选民投入去选区投票的热情，你的观察有没有提高？
You know what, actually, Chinese Americans and Taiwanese Americans, it's not just those two, but you know what, all Asian Americans and actually all the voters, they're very much care about now that they are coming out. It's the voting records are a little higher than ever, and because they really cares about inflation rate, and they cares about gas prices. They cares about crime, especially Southern California, that, you know what, we really feel like, you know, good people have to lock in themselves inside of the house, but bad people are on the streets because all these regulations and state laws are totally going wrong directions. So they're very much concerned. So that's the reason a lot of voters are coming out, especially Asian American communities. Very low. Out of that, Vietnamese American community is the highest voting record. But you know what? Right now, Taiwanese, Chinese, Koreans, and Filipino, you name it, a lot of people are much bigger numbers. People are coming out to vote.
您的选区这么多亚裔或者是台裔的选民，今年的选举一定会更加的热烈。那么，我想请您介绍一下。 您在国会，我知道你是应对中国共产党战略竞争委员会里边的成员。你在这个委员会里边，能够我们介绍一下你的工作和你的见闻吗？
You know what? It's not just Select Committee on Chinese Communist Party, but I am on 5 different committees. Believe it or not, everything relates to Chinese Communist Party. First, that you know, I am on Ways and Means Committee. Ways and Means Committee, 70% of all the policies goes through. That's the oldest and most powerful committee. And for the trade, and we have taxes, we have Social Security, we have Medicare, health care, everything's under that committee. especially for the trade, China never practiced, fair trade. And then for education committee, let's talk about it. How much that they try to influence and they try to spread their propaganda. And then let's talk about Select Committee on Chinese Communist Party. They are very aggressive right now out there, East Sea. Let's not call China Sea. It is the East Sea that we call. And they are getting very aggressive. If they attack Taiwan, what's going to happen? And what economic impacts? How are we going to save Taiwan? How are we going to work with Taiwan? That's really important. And another China that I'm in another committee, Executive Commission on China. That's for the human rights violations, what they are doing right now. They're putting all these innocent, like Uyghur, mostly Muslims, Christians, minority communities in the prison. Before they put these innocent people in the prison, they scan your body, and then one morning from the prison you wake up, you are lucky then you wake up. A lot of times you lose your lives, your organ is missing. That's what China has been doing. And then fifth committee that I'm on, AI task force, AI, China's deal is that stealing is cheaper and faster. So what they do is they keep coming in for cyber attack that they try to steal our data. So all these 5 committees, we are doing different things, but at the same time it's all related to China, how dangerous that they are the biggest threat. But our communities, that especially Taiwanese Americans, especially Vietnamese Americans, especially Korean Americans, they're all worried about China. It's being very aggressive right now, and those in the Pacific area.
美中关系现在成了世界最主要的关系，也成了生活在美国的华裔美国人最关心的。我们观察今年的选举，共和党跟民主党在处理美中关系方面政策是有分歧的。比如说，川普总统他说他如果这次胜选了，他会增加中国的关税，而我们看到拜登政府的财长耶伦还在呼吁要跟中国正常贸易，但是耶伦也被迫承认，中国共产党不改变的话，美国没有办法跟他公平贸易。议员刚刚讲到公平贸易的问题，可不可以也给我们分析一下，这次大选当中，共和党和民主党在对中政策上，特别是公平贸易这方面，哪一个党的政策或者哪一位总统候选人的政策会更加有效的能够遏制中国的不公平贸易？
So we can talk about 2 different things right now from your question. One is that who's going to be better president to deter China going after any other countries? Of course, Trump, because Trump, he knows about the foreign affairs, that how it's going to work in the whole country, whole world. So when Trump became president, we were much more safer, because that what happened under Obama, that Russia took over Crimea. Under Biden, Russia attacked Ukraine. Now Iran, that Israel was attacked by Hamas. Now they're not just fighting Hamas, but they're fighting Hezbollah. All these terrorist groups were paid by Iran, and they're the one sponsoring all these terrorists. So Trump is going to be the one that the whole world feels safe, because under Trump none of these countries going to do it. Especially China is watching it very closely for Ukraine, and China is very closely watching for Iran. So I think Trump is the best. For economic issues for Taiwan that we try to help is 2017 tax reform. That's mostly expiring in 2025. What we're doing on Republican side, that what we are doing is for Ways and Means Committee for tax teams, and I'm one of the actually co-chair for tax team. What we are doing is we want to make sure that Taiwanese people's life is going to be better. So we try to stop the double taxation, because we don't have much of. We actually telling Taiwan, we know that Taiwan is a sovereign country, but at the same time we don't have exact diplomatic relationship right now. So a lot of Taiwanese pay double taxes. We try to stop that. And then how about free trade agreement that, you know what, just started having conversation between Taiwan and between United States. That has to be done. They're going to start very small. I am happy whatever side start, but we have to expanding. So both the economic issues, both for the safety for Taiwan, I think Trump is going to be the president that who's going to really save and work closely with Taiwan.
您刚刚提到了保护台湾的问题，我知道你在国会里边提了或者是参与了有很多跟台湾相关的法案，能跟我们简单介绍一下吗？
We should really work with Taiwan because Taiwan is our ally, and we know China is the biggest threat. It's not just for Taiwan, but you know what? To Indo-Pacific countries and then South American countries and African countries. So we really have to stop China, and especially those Chinese Communist Party, they are the biggest threats. For Taiwan, that we really have to protect Taiwan. We have to work with Taiwan. We have to defend Taiwan. But Taiwan is a little different than Ukraine. Ukraine has NATO countries nearby. Taiwan is the island. That's why right now that China just doing actually live military drill right now with 153 the war airplanes and 14 airships are going out. This is a live aggression, live military drills that they are going out. So we really have to work with Taiwan before we get in. It takes little time from United States when China attacks Taiwan. It takes at least a couple of weeks to get into Taiwan. If they cut off all the sea, the area to get in. Mm-hmm. We have to bring military service from Australia. We have to bring military service from Philippines. We have to bring military service from Japan. Mm-hmm. You name it. So Taiwan has to be self-sufficient at least for a couple of weeks. But at the same time, right now that we have all these Taiwan and China, we have agreement that war supply sales. We never really delivered. And we have this aid package last year passed for $8 billion. We are giving Taiwan defense aid package. It didn't deliver yet. And then, so my bill, that Taiwan Security Act, that means that actually we are building our war supplies together. That's the first thing. And second thing is that Taiwan Land Lease Act. Land Lease Act is when you try to send war supplies to some of the countries, you have to go through all different agencies. It takes forever. No, we're gonna just give to Taiwan without going through those bureaucratic agencies and just ship it out to Taiwan to get ready and help. And then third, we are actually going out to train. Our Marines are going out to Taiwan to train Taiwanese military services. So that's what we are doing. I think I did a few more, but you know what? I don't remember right now. But we are working very closely. I have Taiwanese Advisory Committee meeting. So you know what? We talk together, and then we are introducing those bills.
有关美国政府会不会保护台湾的问题，是很多台裔美国人十分关心的。但是在今年大选当中呢，恰恰这一点呢，也是两党在做这个竞选的宣传时候讲的最多的。比如说，拜登先后誓说他要会派兵保护台湾，而共和党的总统候选人川普呢，他一直不愿意公开这个政策。但是川普认为，他如果当选为美国总统的话，中国就不会进攻台湾。那么有关川普的政策跟拜登政策，或者说民主党和共和党的政策，在未来的政府当中，无论是哪一党执政，他对台湾的政策变化会怎么样？我们先休息一下，回来继续请Michelle给我们介绍一下两党在今年选举当中的政策，以及接下来下一届美国政府在台湾问题上会面临什么样的一个挑战。